This is on the Ottowicz job on the basement system. Down here, the furnace filter box and plenum is staying. Just replace the filter in the filter box with this one that's on top of it. And we're just replacing a new coil and a fitting to get back into the duct. You're going to want to remove that transition between the furnace and the coil. And to make this easier, you might want to bring the coil in from the back side. It just means going around. You'll have to have someone over here. You can lift the coil around and go behind this wall. You'll need to move some of this stuff out of the way. For example, this shelf. And then you could lift up the coil and put it right up on top of the furnace. And then you don't need to worry about cutting out the flues. To get in the furnace. But I will send you with some material that if you do need to cut the flues, you can coupler it or redo them if a coupler won't work. The new coil, it's going to come up to right here, and there isn't going to be a canvas, but we're going to have an unspotted lap fitting. That's going to center taper it and also come 1 inch. 1 inch in to connect to the duct. The gas, you're not going to do anything with it. The furnace is staying. Same with the power. The thermostat, it's upstairs. The outdoor unit goes to this equipment right here, along with the humidifier relay. Well, no, not the humidifier, but it communicates over here to this communicating hub. And so you'll just replace all that. And the drain, just put a P-trap, reconnect the furnace, and drain into the wall. With the coil, just replace all this Rubitex right here. After the elbow, it goes from 1 inch down, 1 1/8 down to 7/8. And so you can reconnect to the coil there. From the front door, this is the stairs that takes you down to the furnace room. The door right there on the right. And then right there is the thermostat. And when you go outside, this one right here is the downstairs unit. You're gonna have one, 3, 2. Sorry, I just realized that I wrote down the wrong amount. 1 foot plus 2 is 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I wrote the right amount. Yeah, 9 feet of Rubitex outside. Yeah, so the breaker right here for the downstairs unit, we need to replace the 60 amp breaker. This unfortunately is a non-fused breaker. Hold on. Yep, a non-fused breaker. That one, however, is a fused square D OQ breaker that you can switch out, but this one right here, I will talk with Lance on what he wants to do. Either way, electrician needed, whether it's inside of the panel breaker or right here. And then he would like 3/4 inch Liquitite to be ran with 8-gauge wire to the unit. Unless these new units come with an outdoor temperature sensor, reuse those. And you're going to want to put it on a new 36 by 48 inch pad. And that is it for the basement and main level system.